Alright, Shalom, Akim and Aqua. First and foremost, as always, want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who taught me this truth. Much respect to the brothers out here laboring in his work, and also to the believers, to USA Shalom. So yeah, I got an article pulled up from Forbes.com, and it's pretty fresh out the press, October 11, 2020. And as you can see from the title, it says the C virus can remain on paper currency for 28 days per new study says. Alright, per new study says. And of course, if you've been enlightened in these times, man, talking about the hopeful elect, then you should be rejoicing right now. Alright, why? It's because you see prophecy beginning to make itself more and more clear, in which we understand that the RFID microchip is the mark of the beast, pretty much the final prophecy in the Bible before the issuing in of the Most High's kingdom, which would be the kingdom of the Israelites, all right, the kingdom of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right. And we understand through the Spirit that prophecy must come to pass first, in which this RFID chip has to be initiated and made mandatory before that comes. So the hopeful elect should be rejoicing. On the flip side of that, you people that don't know about what's going on, you're in darkness and you need to wake up. Talking about you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, all right? And this is just further, further proof, man. This is another footprint, left on the so-called white man's trail to his new world order. He wants to issue in his new world order before the Lord comes back, to take him out of power. So when you see this, what do you see, man? The C virus can remain on paper currency for 28 days per new study says. All right, so if you have eyes to see, what do you see? You see them taking away this fiat currency, man. These are FRNs, all right? In which these paper dollars don't hold no value, man. That's why they gave you paper dollars in the first place, all right? All these nations have combined and joined unto a one world system, in which they knew that they would take away these FRNs, these fiat currencies, man, during the time of the New World Order. That's why they gave you paper money, so they can control you. So when they take away this paper money, then what are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do? How you gonna buy your food, and how you gonna, live your life, man? All right, you got niggas around here flashing dollars and, flashing racks on racks. Not knowing that these elites are the ones that control this money, man. They plan on taking all that shit away and giving you a chip with your money on it. In order for you to eat, you're gonna have to take that chip. So what you see right now is that coming into fruition, in which this is gonna be worldwide, man. All right, and they blame this on the C virus, you see. So let's get this real quick. I got a article pulled up. This is from OrwellToday.com, all right. And it pretty much tells you that these elites stage events, all right? This is order out of chaos, all right? Order out of chaos. They create the chaos and they bring in the order. And what you're seeing right now is chaos, and they're gonna come behind that with the order. And the ultimate order is the RFID microchip, which is gonna tell you this in this passage, all right? In one of these links, all right? So yeah, you can go and read this for your own. But when you skip on down, all right, to all these events, these stage events that these elites have orchestrated, all right, because this is the man of sin, the son of destruction. Talking about these elites, the nation of Esau, the so-called white man. So when you click on Cashless Society right here, I got it highlighted. Let's click on it. Let's see what it says. It says Cashless Society, Big Brother, world government intends to control the monetary and economic affairs of individuals and nations by means of cashless societies. Now that people are used to electronic transactions, the phasing out of hard currency will accelerate. The next step seems to be the vilification and elimination of certain denominations. Next would be the adoption of smart cards and ultimately smart people by what? Implanting them with microchips for verification. See? So that's what you see happening right now. How are they gonna, implant everyone with a microchip? You see, how are they gonna do that? Well, they simply have to break down the system, man. They have to break down this government. They're gonna take away your resources, your food, your water, all right? you're not gonna be able to work unless you take this chip. All this stuff is gonna factor in that you taking this chip. You may ask someone right now, all right, would you take the mark of the beast or RFID chip? I would say 90% of people would say no. But when things get really hard, then that's when you know you're gonna see people fold, man. They're gonna take this chip, and that's gonna be the hour of temptation. So as you can see, these elites, they want to chip everyone, man. And your money, you know, niggas flashing your hundreds and shit like this, man. You know, all in the camera, you know, with your racks. That ain't gonna mean nothing when they crash this dollar. You see, Ezekiel 7:19, it says, they shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. It should not satisfy their souls, neither fear their bowels, because it is a stumbling block of their iniquity. Yeah, you trusting in this system, man, these FRNs, in which, you know, at some point, you're not gonna be able to use that shit, man. It's gonna be used for that purpose specifically, you know. Shit. You're gonna be wiping your ass with this money, man. So when you go to Revelations 13, alright? Revelations 13 and verse 12, it says, and he represents the devil, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, these elites. And he exercises all the power of the first beast. The first beast is the Roman Empire, alright, before him. And causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, which is the Roman Empire, right? Whose deadly wound was healed. The Roman Empire was destroyed, and it came back. That's that deadly wound that was healed. It came back in the form of this beast system, which is headed by America, right? It says, verse 13, he doeth great wonders, so that he make a fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Those are those atomic bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Verse 14, and deceiveth them that dwell on earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image of the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. Right? And that's a newly revised Roman Empire. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right, you don't want to worship the image of this beast, which is you know, taking this RFID microchip, in which they're gonna systematically crash the economy, the world economy. Then you're gonna be killed unless you have the spirit of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua on you, in which the Lord is the one that's controlling this in the first place. So Esau does not have any authority or power over the Most High. It's simply the will of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua and his agenda. All right, he controls the wicked as well as the righteous, you see, and this is for his will. So he is the only one that can keep you alive from taking this chip. Verse 16, Revelations 13 and 16, this is the point. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. You see? So your money ain't gonna save you in that day, man. Alright? What is this telling you, man? They're gonna get rid of the cash because of the C5s. You know, because it's part of the New World Order system. So say goodbye to your cash after a while. You know they're gonna go digital, man. They wanna go cashless so they can track everything. And you know, you got stacks of hundreds and, you know, ones and shit stashed up. You know, you flashing your hundreds and shit on Instagram. That ain't gonna mean nothing, man. Once they crash this dollar, man, they're gonna come behind it with the mark of the beast, you see? And that's gonna be the only way that you're gonna be able to eat, you see? So without this mark of the beast, you're not gonna be able to buy or sell unless you got that mark, you see? And that's the time that we're heading into, all right? And you only can be covered by Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua in these last days. And we're in the last days of the so-called white man's kingdom, all right? And we're about to issue in a new kingdom, okay? Matter of fact, let's get a precept on that. Let's go to Daniel 2 and 44. Daniel 2 and 44, and in the days of these kings, it's talking about right now, all right, shall the Most High of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. And what is that kingdom, man? What is that kingdom going to be? It's going to be the kingdom of Jacob, the kingdom of the Israelites. See? And Esau, the so-called white man, understands this very well, man. He understands the prophecies of the Bible. That's why he kept him from the masses. 2 Ezra 6:9, for Esau, who is the so-called white man, it's the end of the world. That's why he's going through with his new world order agenda, because he know he had but a short time. And Jacob, who was the chosen seed of the Most High, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right, the seed of the promise. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. And remember, Esau sold his birthright. He had the birthright of rulership and immortality, but he sold it into his brother Jacob, and therefore he hates you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, you Israelites, you see? And he wants to cut you off from being a nation. So he sees that your blessing is coming, and he wants to take that away. So that's what's happening right now, all right? So that's pretty much all I got, man. Hey, cash is almost out of here, and the chip is almost in. So the faster that come, hey, the faster we can get up out of here, man. So with that, Lord willing, it was edifying. Until next time, I say shalom.